The Michigan brothers Rick and Marty Lagina have been investigating one of the Western Hemisphere's most interesting mysteries from the beginning of the history series. The Curse of Oak Island in 2014. The brothers have been attempting to recover a hidden cache thought to have been buried more than 200 years ago on this tiny island off the coast of Nova Scotia, a tantalizing cache rumored to be everything from pirate booty to the Holy Grail to the Ark of the Covenant. They are following in the steps of a long line of treasure-hunting hopefuls, including President Franklin Roosevelt. Of all the Oak Island spots where the brothers excavate, they pay special attention to one known as the Money Pit. Through the centuries, it has yielded tantalizing relics, a mysterious inscribed stone, and numerous obstacles. Welcome to my channel, Historical Studies. Before diving into the mysteries of history, there is a small reminder. If you are really interested in this kind of information, do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on our new videos. So, what exactly is the Money Pit? The Money Pit was a shaft that is more than 100 feet deep, and it is situated on the east side of Oak Island. In 1795, a local kid noticed an indentation in the ground and began to dig with some friends, according to island history. They discovered a man-made shaft with wooden platforms every 10 feet down to the 90-foot level of depth. The Laginas reference the story in Season 1's first episode when they speak of teenagers finding evidence of the treasure 200 years ago. The issue is that the exact location of the shaft is unknown because a careless expedition in the 1960s destroyed numerous holes drilled around the original Money Pit due to clay, seawater, mud, and other detritus. Many times, Rick and Marty have encountered what appear to be booby traps, tunnels excavated at various depths that are intended to overwhelm the shaft with water and stop treasure hunters from digging deeper. According to the Oak Island Encyclopedia, for example, a 500-foot-long tunnel from nearby Smith's Cove ensures that as soon as the water is pumped out of the hold, it fills back up again. Why all the fuss about this so-called treasure? Depending on whom you ask, the island's treasure may have some connection to the notorious Scottish pirate Captain Kidd from the 17th century, the English playwright William Shakespeare, or the Knights Templar, a medieval order of holy warriors who amassed enormous wealth and power and were thought to have hidden the mythical Holy Grail. Rick and Marty spoke with author Randall Sullivan in Season 4, Episode 7, who thinks the wealth came from Captain Kidd's last pirate raid on a Spanish galleon. And in Season 1, Episode 4, the brothers met with a Freemason named Peter Amundsen, who believes secret codes were placed in the works of William Shakespeare, not necessarily by the author himself, pointing to Knights Templar treasure buried on the island. No matter where the treasure originated from, the details of how it got to the island and was hidden there is still a mystery. Since then, it's been challenging to distinguish between reality and fiction because most of the island's history of treasure seeking has been passed down through rumor and speculation. Additionally, there's a chance that some treasure hunters may have circulated false information to mislead others. What's been found in the Money Pit so far? Many treasure hunters think they have drilled into a sizable vault that is more than 100 feet deep in the Money Pit. Most of the material that has been pulled out of the pit so far has more historical significance than financial value. While some things indicate new questions, some provide tantalizing hints of treasure that has yet to be discovered. What to make, for instance, of the coconut fibers from non-indigenous coconuts the Lagina brothers found in Season 1, Episode 2? Were they used somehow in efforts to booby-trap the pit? Although the majority of the brothers' findings have come from distant parts of the island, one of their most thrilling finds was a lead cross with a loop at one end that is thought to have been utilized by the Knights Templar. In Season 5. In the pit's depths before the Laginas, earlier treasure hunters discovered an amazing range of items, including ancient dishes, a curious piece of parchment paper, and traces of gold on drill bits. They've also pulled up items possibly associated with efforts to booby-trap the pit, such as stones, pieces of wood, and mounds of coconut fiber. Similarly, evidence exists of attempts to stymie the flow of water, likely placed by earlier treasure seekers. About that enigmatic 90-foot stone. An earlier miner is said to have discovered a stone in the pit in 1804, at a depth of about 90 feet, according to a letter written by treasure hunter Jotham B. Macaulay in the middle of the 19th century. The stone is around 2 to 3 feet long and between 12 and 16 inches wide. It has an olive hue and resembles dark Swedish granite. The significance of the stone's mysterious symbols has been the subject of intense debate. According to one reading, encoded symbols meant to resemble English letters were engraved on the stone. Who owns the Oak Island money pit? The Lagina brothers and a few other partners are said to own an organization that owns 78% of Oak Island, including the money pit, according to the Oak Island Society. The island's few residents, who reside there temporarily in cottages, own the remaining 22% of the island. Additionally, there are 2 permanent residences on the island. How are the brothers approaching the search in Season 7? The brothers will use deep ground penetrating radar in the Money Pit region as Season 7 of the show begins to seek the flood tunnel. They will dig searcher shafts using advanced survey equipment and large digging tools to aid in locating the original money pit. The crew will likely perform the largest and deepest digs they have ever done to locate the chapel vault as a result of it. However, the chapel vault is the name given to an excavation conducted by William Chappell, who discovered an axe, an anchor fluke, and a pick while researching the island in the 1930s. The Lagina brothers will examine that excavation site more closely this season in search of additional gems or hints. That brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section. Let's meet again with a more mysterious video.